Hey crew, welcome back. It's been a minute. I have been having all sorts of issues this year. The gods do not want me on my bike. So as well as, not that anybody really cares, but just to give you a brief synopsis of it. Along with that neck nerve issue that I'm having that fires down into my fingers, I got stung by a bunch of wasps, like 4 or 5 wasps on each hand. I'll put a picture of my mitts up now. So that put me out of commission for a bit as well. But yeah, just been struggling. It's really the nerve issue. So it's good to be back. I haven't been able to ride a lot. I'm hopefully going in for a procedure soon enough, and we'll take care of that and we'll get back to normal mountain biking content shortly. But yeah, it's been tough. I haven't been in the bike park really at all, especially since my one kid's gone to university and one kid's broken himself off in July and is done for the year. So, you know, fighting chronic pain and trying to ride a bike doesn't work very well. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys a picture. This is a picture of my neighbor's bike. So my neighbor does a bunch of trail building, and he was out building trail a little while ago, and he stopped by my house on the way back and showed me this. So apparently while he was building, there wasn't anything around. I think it was just his bike laying there in the forest. And that's what a bear decided to do to it. So big thank you to all the trail builders. So not only do you work for really no recognition and for people to give away the location of your trails and have them smashed and nobody helps you maintain, you also get mistreated by the wildlife. Man, bummer. Crazy, but a bummer. All right, so you've had enough of me, so let's get into it. It is high side to high to the first quarter section of Java time, and then into flashback number 4, I believe. Let's get into that and we'll talk about my daily question as we're going for a rep. Okay, so as you can probably tell by the thumbnail or the title, haven't made either yet, so I'm not sure. But we are talking about YouTube reviews and biases in the reviews. I think to start out with, say that I believe, and this is all my opinion, you guys, that there is always a bias in a review. I think subconscious, conscious, there's always something going on that can influence the decision. Whether that is you are sponsored by the company, the product that you're reviewing, they've given it to you for free, or you've bought it. There's always something niggling in there to influence the decision, and I'll explain what I mean in a sec. But I also want to start off by saying that you can learn a lot by watching YouTube reviews. At least I have. I think the key to it is to watch a bunch of different reviews on whatever it is that you're researching, and then take whatever info you find pertinent or resonates, and then sift through that information and digest the stuff that resonates or that you find important to whatever that product is, or why you're reviewing it, or whatever info you're looking for. I think most reviewers are quite transparent, and a lot of them are quite good. I can think of a few in the mountain bike world that are actually pretty good, and I trust most of what they say. So I did a little poll. Just to try and get some more insights into what you guys thought would be a fair and unbiased reviewing procedure. And not many people voted. This is a tiny, obviously with my channel, a tiny snapshot of what people think. But as you can see, and I tend to agree with it, that if you bought the product yourself and you're reviewing it, most viewers feel like that is a more legitimate way to be reviewing a product versus having it given to you. So one of the things I love about YouTube reviews is when a reviewer starts a review stating that they are making these statements and doing this video on their own, and the views that they have are their own, and the company has no influence on how that video is turning out. And why I love that is because that's usually preceded or followed by finding out that the company either A, sponsors the channel, or B, has given them the product for free. I also love it when they say that they have received no financial compensation for the making of the video, but they've received X dollar amount in product. Well, so that's payment right there. If you are doing a review on a brake set, but the company sent you the brakes for free, you're essentially getting financial compensation by not having to pay for the product. Just because they didn't pay you on top of giving you the product, I think it's a little bit of a gray area. Like you can argue that one, but I think that if you've received something for free from a company to review it, you're receiving compensation. It might not be specifically in currency, but it's saving you from spending currency. So to me, it's kind of the same. You know, like I think right there, it's pretty hard to burn the hand that's feeding you, right? So I have only ever done 2 reviews, or we'll call them ads, where I received the product for free and I didn't buy it myself. So one was a heated winter glove, and I think I had about 50 subs, and so I was just stoked to get anything. It's like, what? You're gonna send me some heated gloves if I do a little, it wasn't even really a review, it was kind of like a first look thing. But just, yeah, 50 subs, super stoked that anybody was willing to send me anything. Whoa! And funny thing, they're still being used to this day. I use them for working outside. And another was a product that I ended up reaching out to the company regarding, and those were the Stoco medical grade tights or pants that I use for snowboarding. So again, I had a few hundred subs, I think, and I reached out because I was going to buy some, and I thought, well, hey, why not reach out and see if they'll float me a pair if we can do something together. And they were stoked to do that. So I ended up doing that video, and again, that is a product that I use every time I go on the hill. I'm wearing my Stoco pants, and I have not put on my big clunky knee brace since I got those. There will be a follow-up review of those coming because there is some quirks, but by and large, they've been as amazing as they were when I first reviewed them. So those are the only 2 things. All of the other reviews, the helmets, the pads, I think I've done some glasses, some NF pants and stuff. I've paid for everything on the channel by myself. I'm not sponsored by anybody. We don't have a shop hookup or anything. So yeah, we buy everything, and if I do a review, it's because I've bought it and want to let you guys know what's going on with the product, or I pretty clearly state in the Stoco and the gloves one that they've given them to me. So anyways, that's just to give you a little history. So one of the things that put me on this train of thought was the videos I do in the winter, the Whistler Blackcomb kind of weather conditions and snowboarding videos. So I do receive quite a few more views and comments on the winter vids versus the mountain bike in the summer. And I noticed a pretty concrete correlation between if people had paid $300 for a day ticket and what they thought of the conditions. So what I mean is, the people who paid for the day ticket were generally in one of 2 camps. They either thought that the conditions were the best ever, and that's even if there was only 3 centimeters of new, on ice, and it was foggy, or they could not stop talking about how they were fleeced by the money-hungry Vail Corporation. So I don't have any scientific evidence or anything backing any of that up. That's just kind of my own observations on comments and conversations and things in the winter. And I think that paying the $300 kind of directly influenced how they thought their day was going. So it was either going amazing, no matter what was going on, or if it wasn't amazing, it was terrible. Totally Pass holders were a little more honest, I think, no problem at all, about conditions, though they could be skewed by just how jaded they were. So, you know, but most of the comments you get from people who aren't paying $300 per day and have shelled out either a substantial amount at the beginning of the year for a pass and swallowed that over a period of time, maybe made it not such a bitter pill to swallow. But you would get comments like, it was pretty good for only a dusting, but we need more snow. That type of a comment. But my point being that even if we buy things ourselves, I think there can be bias bought into the product. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. My thoughts are that
Oh boy, did I change
the
gears or
best
something?
way is
Must have hit
to
my
pay for
button.
it yourself. And even then, I do feel like there is a bit of that, I paid for it myself, I don't want to seem like a sucker, so I'm either going to make this the best thing and not say anything negative about it, or it goes the other way. But I just think, I feel like that, even though there might be a little bit of bias built into that it is a better way of doing things rather than A, the channel being sponsored and you're just basically doing an ad for the product. B, getting the product for free and reviewing it. I still feel like you're not really gonna bite the hand that feeds you because you will never get another product from that company again. Or C, paying for it yourself. But let me know what you guys think down below. Reviews. Do you trust them? Do you even watch them on YouTube? Do you research things on YouTube? I know I do. But let me know. I hope you're enjoying the video. Let's get to the shredding without me rambling. See you in the next one.
Ooh. What is this? Ooh. Whoa, boy. Oh yeah. Guys. Yeah, buddy. Oh, come back. There we go.